Hi class. So what I want to do in this video is kind of spend a little bit more time walking you through your Module 4 assignment, your first case study. This is a difficult assignment and it can take a while, so I highly encourage you to start it early in the week. And if you run into any questions, please let me know. Okay, so here's the problem. You're given this data set, and I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and there's this Excel file here. And this is the Excel file for the problem set here. And what you're given is you're given a summary of the number of players in each professional sports organization here. So you have Major League Baseball, soccer, NBA, NFL, NHL, hockey, NASCAR, and golf. PGA is golf. And so with the exception of NASCAR, the name sports organizations is for male athletes. The other professional organizations have a female professional organization. And then what you have down here, this is for chart 2. So this will be classified as chart 1, and this will be classified as chart 2. What you have here is you have a frequency distribution for the salaries of the number of players in each sports organization. So for example, there's 858 players in MLB, and it looks like 164 of them make between $2 million and $6 million a year. Okay, so it goes on here, and what you have to do in this is there's 4 questions here, and what you have to do is summarize the data, both graphically and numerically in each of these. So question 1 says chart 1. So it says prepare an appropriate graphical display for chart 1. So going back to Excel here, this set of data here is chart 1. So I'm going to actually do this problem for you so you can see. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to put it into StatCrunch. And you have to figure out the best way to display this data. So what I think the best way to display this data is simply with a bar chart. So I'm going to go bar chart with summary, and it says the categories are in the organization, and the counts are the number of players. And right here you can see the bar chart for this set of data here. So describe why you think this is a good way, this graphical representation, a good way to explain this data. You can see that the majority of the largest number of players fall in the NFL, the smallest is NASCAR, and you can go from there. Okay, going back. Question 2 says create a frequency distributions for earning without regard to sports organization, and then create a histogram for that. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these datas here, and you can basically sum them up, and then this right here, you can go equals sum, and you get the sum number of players who make between that salary, and so on and so on. And then you have to put that into StatCrunch and create a histogram for it. Question 3, what this asks you to do is using the formulas that you've learned in class find the mean and standard deviation for the earning of all male professional athletes. So just follow the formula that you've done in class for that, and if you have any trouble with it, just let me know and I'll be here for you. What I wanted to do really was show you how to do this question number 4 part, because it says select 3 sports organizations from the chart, 1 small, 1 medium, 1 large. So my small organization will be NASCAR here. Okay, and you can select a medium and large and decide what constitutes medium and what constitutes large. And it says create and interpret a side-by-side box and whisker plot for the selected organization. So this part is actually a little difficult here. So I'm going to show you how to create a box plot from the data using NASCAR here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a column here called, and I'll just leave the top blank, but this will be NASCAR salaries. So look, there are 23 NASCAR drivers who make between 0 and 500,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the class midpoint for this. So that's $250,000, $250,000. And there's 23 of them. So I'm going to go down to cell 23, and I'm going to use these values here to represent the 23 players. Now there are 16 players that make between $500,000 and $2 million. Well, the class midpoint for that is 1.25 million. So to get this correctly, you're going to take 16 and add it to 23, and that's going to take you down to cell 39. Right now here, there's 31 players that make between 31 NASCAR drivers that make between 2 and 6 million. Well, the class midpoint there is 4 million. So you're going to take 31 and add it to 39, and you get 70. So you're going to go down to cell 70 here. And then finally, there's 6 players that make between, or 6 drivers that make between 6 million and 10 million. Well, that class midpoint is 8 million. Okay, so now you're going to have this data here. And really what you can do is you're going to take the data, you're going to select it all, copy it, and you're going to go into StatCrunch here. And you're going to paste it. And now you'll notice if they have a value that goes into the wrong column, just move it over. NASCAR salary, I'm going to rename the top here. And then to get the box plot, I'm just going to go to Graph, Box Plot. I have NASCAR salary here. And I'm just going to hit Compute. And look, here's the box plot for it. All right. It's okay if some of your box plots don't have whiskers on them. That's just a function of the data that you have. It's not the end of the world. But you know what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to replicate this process to get the other 2 box plots. I know it's an arduous process and it's not the easiest one here, but I'm here to help. And if you have any questions, please let me know.